Imagine thinking you have the perfect marriage only to find out your wife has been living a double life. This is a shocking Reddit revenge story of betrayal, exposure, and ultimate karma. Stay tuned till the end, you won't believe how it all unfolds. I, 34M, thought I had a perfect marriage. My wife, Lisa, 30F, and I had been together for 4 years, and while our relationship wasn't always perfect, I never suspected she was hiding something so huge. That all changed one fateful night when my best friend Mark called me, his voice shaking with shock and disbelief. Mark had recently gone through a rough breakup and in a moment of loneliness, decided to hire an escort. He wasn't proud of it, but he figured a night of distraction might help ease his heartache. What he didn't expect was to be greeted at the hotel door by my wife, Lisa. At first he thought his eyes were playing tricks on him. Maybe it was just someone who looked like her. But when she spoke, her voice, her mannerisms, everything confirmed it. She was living a double life as a call girl. Mark didn't confront her. Instead, he made an excuse and left immediately. The moment he got home, he called me, barely able to get the words out. "Dude, I don't know how to say this, but I just saw Lisa. And not in a good way." At first, I thought it was a joke. But as he explained, my blood ran cold. My hands shook and my mind raced. I refused to believe it, until Mark sent me screenshots of the escort website, featuring pictures of Lisa under a fake name. I recognized her instantly. The same face I woke up next to every morning. The same body I held at night. But the worst part? She had been doing this before we got married. Our entire relationship had been built on a lie. I felt like an idiot. I had been nothing but loyal, loving, and supportive. I worked hard to give us a good life while she was out selling herself behind my back. Rage, betrayal, and heartbreak hit me all at once. But instead of confronting her immediately, I decided to play the long game. The plan for revenge. I spent the next few weeks gathering evidence. I found her secret email accounts, her fake phone number, and even tracked her transactions. She had been living a whole other life behind my back. But instead of exposing her right away, I wanted to make her feel the regret. I wanted her to suffer the way I was suffering. I started acting distant, detached, as if something was off, but I never let on that I knew the truth. Lisa started noticing the change. She asked me if something was wrong, but I always brushed it off with a simple, just work stress. In the meantime, I reconnected with an old friend, Emily. We had always been close before I met Lisa, and reconnecting with her reminded me of what genuine connection felt like. I never cheated on Lisa. Despite everything, I refused to stoop to her level, but I started investing more time into my happiness. And that included spending time with Emily. The final blow. One evening, I arranged for a group dinner with our friends, including Mark. I knew Lisa would never suspect anything. As we sat around the table, laughing and drinking, I casually pulled out my phone and placed it on the table. With the press of a button, I played an audio recording. It was Lisa's voice. "Hey baby, what do you want tonight? My rates are the same, but for you, I might make an exception." Dead silence. Lisa's face went pale. Our friends stared at her in shock, and Mark, who had already known, just sipped his drink, watching the chaos unfold. "Care to explain, Lisa?" I asked, my voice calm but cold. She stammered, her hands shaking. I can explain." "No need," I cut her off. "I already know everything. And so do all our friends now." Tears filled her eyes as she realized her secret was out. She tried to plead, saying she was forced into it, saying she did it for money before we got married and couldn't stop. But I had no sympathy left. "You didn't just cheat on me, Lisa. You built our marriage on a lie. You made me believe I was your one and only when you were never really mine." I stood up, throwing a folder onto the table. "These are divorce papers. I already signed them. You'll be getting served tomorrow. And don't worry, I've got enough evidence to make sure you get nothing." She broke down, sobbing, but I walked away without looking back. The aftermath. The divorce was quick. With all the evidence I had, she didn't even try to fight it. She lost everything, her reputation, her social circle, and any respect she had left. She tried reaching out to me multiple times, sending long messages about how sorry she was, about how she made a mistake, and how she wished she could take it all back. But by then I had already moved on. Emily and I grew closer, and for the first time in years I felt genuinely happy. She knew everything about what had happened, and instead of pity, she gave me support. A year later, we started dating. And let me tell you, being with someone who actually values you is a feeling I wouldn't trade for anything. As for Lisa, last I heard, she was struggling to rebuild her life. Some choices come with consequences, and she had to face hers. Moral of the story? Lies will always catch up to you. And karma? It never misses. And that's how karma came full circle. Lies always catch up, and this story proves it. What would you have done in this situation? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more jaw-dropping Reddit stories. See you in the next one.